Hello, sports fans. I'm Alex Diamond, the co-sports director here at WZBC Sports. Well, the start of football season won't officially kick off until September. However, with National Signing Day just behind us, I had a chance to catch up with new Boston College head football coach Frank Spaziani. Enjoy the interview. Coach Spaz, what would you say is the biggest difference between being an assistant coach and being a head coach in the recruiting process?
Well, the big difference was I was out there. I mean, the last few years, I was sitting here listening to everybody tell me what they're doing. And I was out there, had to, do what I have to do.
What were you most impressed with in terms of the families and people that you were recruiting?
The one thing that I was most impressed with, right, because once again, you have to understand where I was in the recruiting process before, right? I was sitting in the back of the meeting. But what I was impressed with going into the homes, and I said this every time I walked out of one of those houses, was that's an impressive family. They were, BC people like we try to recruit here. The families and so the support for those athletes was very impressive to me.
What are your thoughts on the fact that Boston College is never really at the top of the list with regards to national recognition of recruiting classes?
Well, because history's on our side, right? History says that most of the time the classes are better, right? All you have to do is look at the Super Bowl, right? Who were the two quarterbacks? Ben Roethlisberger, right? Where did he go? Bowling Green or something, right? Yeah, and the Mac, and then Kurt Warner. I'm not sure where he went. So history's on our side with that, I think.
Following up on that last question, in terms of the history of Boston College recruiting, it seems like you guys have found a lot of diamonds in the rough. Is this class similar in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, BJ Raji was, whatever ranking he was, and Ronnie Brace, Matt Ryan. I mean, I can go down the list of guys. You're absolutely right there. And, we like to think coaching has something to do with, the outcome of the game. So, if it was all about recruiting, they're probably paying me too much money.
Okay, so now we're done with the recruiting process. We're going to move forward. What are the steps heading up into the spring game?
The next steps leading up to spring game, everybody's going to take a rest and recharge their batteries a little bit. But once again, we have a little unique situation. We're trying to, solidify the staff and get that organized. We hope to do that relatively soon. And once we get that, we'll start getting into the blueprint for recruiting next year and spring ball.
Coach, you were on the recruiting trail for just about 2 weeks. Now that you have that behind you, how do you go into recruiting for next season?
Let me just say this. We have Billy Goat Gruff, Mike Saravo, running the recruiting, and he does the work of a whole staff. And I feel very confident that Mike's got a jump on what's going on. And once we get the guys in place and send them out there, I think we'll be all right.
Final question for you, Coach. What is the number one weapon that you have in your arsenal when you're going into a recruit's home and you're selling the institution of Boston College?
I mean, there's no question about it. I mean, this is, without beating the dead horse, we got a great place. We got a lot of things that people want to be part of. And like I said, just to see those families that I left, and they just fit in. And we hope everybody's, has the career that they want to have. But they're the right people. And then once we get, get back on track and get everybody in gear here, I think we'll be able to recruit for a whole year and a half or 2 years, and do some good things.
Thanks for listening. Enjoy the rest of your ZBC broadcast.